Last time we spoke, Skip had not accepted the manager's job with the Marlins, okay? I think that took a lot of people by surprise. So, Mike, and your name came up at the news conference when Mo was kind of wrapping up the season and talking about what had transpired. So I want to ask you again, because I think you'd be fun to have around, but I know you have other concerns than entertaining me. Is there any interest in your part to replace Skip, or is that shut down, that you could be the bench coach with the Cardinals?
Well, I was trying to get the sideline reporting job for FS or Valley Sports. So that'd be my first priority, as I've put in my resume to try to work with Dan down on the field.
You probably have to take a pay cut.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're offering quite a bit, actually. I'm not sure, Jim. I haven't spoke with Mo yet. I think there's a chance that I will have a conversation about what that might look like. So I'm not going to say no, but I'm not going to say yes either. So I think I probably will at some point have a conversation with Mo and Ollie about what maybe that could look like as being part of the organization in some capacity. So I'm not quite sure. I don't have an answer just yet for you, but if something happens, I'll probably break that on some other show.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
So, Matt,
awesome.
if you're a big league coach, before down the road, hopefully a manager, if that's what you want to do, but would you have more interest in a bench coach job, just kind of hypothetical, or a hitting coach job?
Well, I think if my ultimate goal was to be a manager, I think the ideal spot would probably be bench coach with the ability to contribute to the overall offensive philosophy and I think that would be something that I would have interest in having a little bit, like I said, being the bench coach and having some responsibility of being able to contribute on the offensive side would probably be ideal. So again, those are things that I would have to talk to Ollie and Mo about if something like that were to come about.
That is kind of newsy, though, what you just said, that you wouldn't.
What is it?
Well, you wouldn't shut the door. You haven't talked to Mo, but you wouldn't right now shut the door on the possibility of being the Cardinals bench coach if they offered it to you. I think that's newsy.
I don't think it is. I think I didn't tell you anything. I said I could one, take it, or I could two, turn it down. So, you can take that how you'd like, Jim.
Interesting.
I think it's a little newsy.
Well, is
Tweet
it fair
about
to
it.
say you're not saying no, but you're not saying yes?
But in the
correct?
past, though, he said he turned it down before. He did turn it down before.
Well, again, Jim, don't read too much into it.
Okay, all right.
Like I said, if anything happens, I'll break it on some other show. So we're make sure you're the last to know.
All right, I'm gonna. Should I delete that tweet?
What tweet are you tweeting?
I didn't tweet.
He's trying to make some big story out of this
Just
now. He's trying to
stick to
take
the peanut
advantage of your
butter,
guys'
man.
friendly relationship
Yeah.
and make a big news story.
Stick to pictures of Stella and peanut butter M&Ms. Okay, Jim?
By the way, people like that. People didn't get it though. Peanut butter M&Ms are different than peanut M&Ms.
Correct.
Now maybe we
Very
could ask
different.
Matt, since now we're going to get back into the silly stuff. So Charlie and I have a wager going, right? Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, but it's late in the
No, you're allowed to put it out there.
You're good.
Okay, so I thought, and I actually like Butterfingers better than Milky Way, but I thought Milky Way would win a one-on-one competition against Butterfinger for popularity. Where would you weigh in? Which would you prefer, Milky Way or Butterfinger?
I don't like either of those. If I was going to eat a candy bar, it would be neither of those. But I would say, I don't even know. I would say Butterfinger has more popularity, but I don't. Again, I don't love
He doesn't
candy
eat crap.
bars and-
He doesn't eat crap.
He regrets this whole
And I
interview.
doesn't eat-
if I'm going to eat crap, I would rather eat something else. I mean, if you made homemade hot cookies with ice cream, then I would. That's more tempting than like stopping at the convenience store and grabbing a Milky Way. Like that just doesn't sound that good to me.
I get you on that. Hey, what about growing up? Did you ever and Jim was with this too, like when you're young and you're probably alone, your parents aren't there, and you all of a sudden decide to watch a scary movie, Maddie, and it just messes you up and you regret it when it's over. And The Exorcist got me, a couple other ones got me. Did you ever have that experience when you were young where you just like, you know what,
Yeah.
I am going to try this movie, and it messed you up?
Yeah, I mean, I would watch every now. I'd never have liked them, so I would never pretend that. You know, I never have liked scary movies, even since I was a kid. I still don't. I don't watch them. I'm not interested in having, bad dreams and all that stuff. So, I never. I may have watched some of like the Halloweens and some of those, Friday the 13th back in the day. But I don't promote that. I don't think my kids like the scary movies. I don't like them sleeping in my room. So we try to stay away from. Scaring them, and so we live kind of out on a piece of property. So I've no interest in having the kids being scared. So I'm not a big scary movie guy.
Would do ghosts and stuff like that scare you? Like the thought of it?
No, not really. Stayed at the Pfister numerous times. Never had any interaction. I don't think they were interested in me. I wasn't interested in them. So ghosts don't really scare me, no.
Me neither. So, but it's documented. This isn't like hearsay. I got this from Colton Wong and Matt Carpenter that Yachty had an incident there. So did Matt Carpenter. Guys that you wouldn't, picture being, impacted by that sort of thing. I've never had a ghost encounter at the Pfister. Do you know guys that have, former players?
I never heard those stories. Maybe they happened after I left. I've heard the old, in the middle of the night, the TV pops on and the remote is, on the counter. There's no way the TV should have come on. I've heard some of some of those things. I've never heard like anything much more in depth than that. So. I don't know. I guess I haven't heard those stories. Maybe you could share. I don't. Did you hear them firsthand, Jim, or is this just hearsay?
Colton Wong said that Yachty was in his room and like a spirit started attacking him. And then this is from Colton Wong. And then the next day, after everything had calmed down, there's a portrait in the lobby, and the ghost was one of the paintings downstairs that freaked him out. And then Matt Carpenter said when he was sleeping, and he didn't buy into any of this stuff, all of a sudden he felt like he's obviously alone in his room. He felt pressure like someone was lying on him. And in the middle of the night, he couldn't get out of bed because it felt like something. And when he was able to get up, there's no one else in the room, but he felt this presence of someone laying on top of him.
Wow. Yeah. I wish. Do we have any documentation of how much Blue Label Yachty had the night before?
I know. That's true, though.
I mean, I don't know. Those sound like great stories. Maybe I'll have to reach out to the guys and hear that for myself. But yeah, interesting. Look, I don't know everything, so I'm not going to pretend like. That ghosts are real or not real. So I'm just going to let that lie.
All right, but I will offer you this invitation. At some point, this show is going to spend the night in a haunted house and do our own ghost investigation. Wow. We would like you to go.
I kind of want him around for that.
Right, because Cam is a big guy and Charlie's big, but I don't think...
We need more help.
Yeah, he needs more help.
Hey, let me ask you...
Would you come with us?
No, but sounds amazing.
Hey, what about just like being in your house? You said you got a bunch of acreage. You got trail cams and stuff like that. Like, do you anything unique back there? Nothing ghosts, any of that stuff. But any you got coyotes, Bigfoot, wolves, mountain lions.
We haven't seen Bigfoot just yet. We have a lot of deer, and we have some coyotes, and we have some wildlife, some turkeys and stuff. apparently there has been a mountain lion sighting about 4 miles from here that people keep saying they see. And we have a lot of bobcats and stuff. So, there's some people around here that are skeptical and think it's just a big bobcat. But I've heard from a couple people that it has a long tail, like a mountain lion-ish tail. So there is reports of a pretty large mountain lion in the area. I have not seen it. I have not caught it on camera, but that is something that people are talking about. So we get the dogs in and out pretty quickly, and just in case, you can't have a mountain lion taking one of your dogs.
So, Matt, how about the World Series? Are you watching every inning? Game 1 was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think so far?
Yeah, I have been watching. It's been fun to watch. I've been rooting for the Phillies. Rob Thompson, I think maybe we even talked about it, was bench coach in New York, and I really, really like him. So, been rooting for the Phillies. It's been a good series so far, and looking forward to tonight's game in Philadelphia. It should be a pretty awesome atmosphere, and it's kind of I was surprised Verlander gave up, with the 5-run lead. I felt like they were in pretty good shape with him, the way he was pitching, and Phillies put together a little rally and got a little confidence going. And I think, to me, though, the one thing that it's been really stood out is how good Framber Valdez is just watching how easy he's throwing 96, 97 mile an hour sinkers, and his curveball is really, really good. And he's got to be, trending to be one of the top pitchers in all of baseball with that kind of stuff. So watching him pitch, it looked like the hitters had no chance in what he was doing. So I was impressed with him.
Nolan pretty good. My guess would be
I do.
You were not, maybe you were in the know that he wasn't going to be opting out, right?
I was in the know. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You didn't tell us, though.
Yes, Jim, I was in the know. Yeah, well, I told you I tell other shows.
God.
If I wasn't here, would you break news on this show?
Possibly, yes.
So
There you go.
I'm
holding everything back.
Can I say,
ball
though,
and chain?
I know Matt Holliday, he does not want us to be the big, great show, even though he's so nice to appear every week. But I have to say, Matt Holliday's clip last week on our show where he said, he's got kids and all that, so maybe it's down the road. Then I asked him about Skip and the Marlins. That did get some play. Like, it went around Facebook, so it kind of became a little bit of a thing.
What did I say that made what?
Last week, when Kat asked you, hey, if Skip will take the Marlins job, this was obviously before he actually did, would you take the Cardinals bench coach job? You basically said with your kids, maybe now's not the right time for 162. Then I asked you about taking the Marlins hitting coach job kind of as a joke, but that did get some play in terms of, there's a kind of a slight piece of news because it sounded like you weren't interested in the Cardinals bench coach job
And
last
now he
Monday.
is. Now he
Charlie
might
made
be.
money off you.
Oh, good job, guys. Well, I'm glad I'm here to at least, help further you guys' pockets. You know what I mean? Like deepen them a little bit. Anything I can do to help is really, if you'd like me to say something that might get you some clicks, just text me and I'll try to say it.
The reason why I said it was newsy is because the last time you were on, you kind of were like, it's probably not the right time, and now you're basically saying, I'll listen. And I think Cardinal fans would very much enjoy having you back as part of the organization and seeing you in the dugout. So all I'm saying is that makes what you said a little newsy. I'm not going to tweet it because, to be honest, I'm afraid of next time I see you, you punching me in the face or something, so I won't do it.
Yeah, I'll just give you hard back pops. It's just like the smacks that you were kind of crying about.
Well, you could dislodge an internal organ.
He's fragile.
That's fine.
He's fragile. Maddie, thanks for coming on, man. Sorry about all the bad questions. It's all good.
Yep.
And
No need to it.
I know you are.
So
Thank you, Matt.
always a pleasure. And if you guys get Jim off the show, maybe possibly I could break some news for you guys here.
Doesn't it feel good to be wanted, though?
Yeah.
It has to, because Cardinal Nation, they want Matt Holliday.
they want you.
It has to
They
feel
want
good
you.
to be wanted.
I might have to tweet that, Matt, to be honest, that you said you'd wait to see you're not shooting down. You wait and see what develops.
Yeah, and then put a picture of Stella because that's all.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's
All
what
right.
you do.
Then I'll do it. I'll do
Thanks,
that.
Matty. Appreciate it, man.
All right, guys.
See you, buddy.
Thanks.